70 is such a great milestone to reach, especially after being told at 24 that I could be dead within 6 months because my blood had been affected by radiation. Besides the shock and fear, I could not imagine I could start over again as I was too old. Never in my wildest dream could I have imagined what I would be doing at 70. The great friendships I have made along the way have moulded me, defined me, and my life is much richer because of my treasured moments with them.
I met Sandy at St George Hospital when I was a trainee radiographer and Sandy was a fully fledged radiographer. She was the tornado in the Tirana. We had the best times. We used to go down for drinks during lunchtime down to Sans Souci and come back, I think probably over the 05 now, but we'd never hurt anybody. You wouldn't be allowed to do that now with the occupational health and safety issues. When you're young, you can cope with all the sad things that we did see and the things we had to do. But now, as we get older, the sadness is a bit more difficult to cope with. But Sandy doesn't have it that way. She's got the best laugh in the world. She's the most accomplished person that I know.
I met Sandy in 2005. I was in charge for ADP to develop the SAP-based new offering for global accounts. And at that time, Sandy had sold her business to ADP, and ADP asked her to come to Europe and to support the European team in the development of the new offering. So when she arrived, as we were expecting to have a very in-depth meeting explaining the strategy and maybe as French can do, we were kind of making a simple problem very complex. She came and very, very directly she told us, well, you guys, the first thing you have to do is to take your slippers off and run. This is really Sandy.
I remember the first time I met Sandy was it was an interview, and basically I was told to turn up to this cafe and it was just this casual sit down. I felt like she was telling me more about her company rather than asking me about what it was that I did or anything else. And I think what it was all about was she was just finding out whether I was the right type of person to work with her, because she didn't want anybody that was too fixed in, I don't know, the way that they used to do things or anything else. She just wanted somebody fresh, somebody that knew how to learn, and she'd teach them the rest. And it was just really refreshing to find somebody that was not all about your job title or anything else. It was honest. It was just a really, really honest way to talk to people. This is what my company does. This is what we do. Is this something that you'd be interested in? It was awesome.
You know, Sandy's one of those great, first there, and it's tough to be. In those days, it was really tough to be a girl on the boat, and you had to do double the work, and that's exactly what Sandy did, And I think that was the thing. She was really up for it. But I think Sandy took it and ran with it, and she ran with Roger, all the way through all those boats and all the way through those great adventures. And I think it's a real testament to her spirit and her courage and her, just sticking with it. Because it was a pretty tough time to be racing, a pretty tough time to be a girl, and I always admired her dedication. I thought absolutely incredible in very tough conditions. The ocean racing and the type of racing that she's always been involved in.
One would never say that Rog and Sandy were fairly lightweight characters who didn't have strong opinions, but I think one of the all-time classics was when we were sailing up north there. And this was Rog and Sandy in action. We had about too many people on the boat, and it was a case of trying to work out who's going to sail the next day. Well, I thought Rog was actually going to do who's sailing on the boat, and I got to say, Sandy turned around and said, "Rog, this is who's crewing, and these are the positions they're going to take." I then realised where the power was on the throne. There's no doubt about it. Sandy, I don't know how she does it. I'd describe her like the wickets in indoor cricket, where they have a little spring-loaded mechanism down the bottom there. Doesn't matter how many times you hit them and belt the damn things over, they keep springing up every time.
Well, my stories about Sandy are that I met her probably going back about 15 years ago when I first started my career, and she's been nothing but helpful. She is the most energetic, caring woman I've ever met. She is full on, and if anybody thinks that they're going to ever beat Sandy, I'd be very surprised to see who that person is. The way that she's nurtured and taken me in through my career has been pretty caring, and something that I am in debt to. The things that she's taught me in the corporate world and how to behave and how to act in front of some of these people. I've learnt so much stuff from her. So you don't want to get on the wrong side of her. She is full on, and I think that she might be small, but she'd tear you apart.
I've known Sandy for a few years now. The first time I met her, she walked into my workplace and made us a promise that really didn't make sense. And then I spent 3 years delivering on that promise with her. In that time, I grew to really understand what you can do if you believe in what you're doing. And I grew to love Sandy Eastman. So Sandy Eastman is the oldest millennial that I know, and good luck to the next 10 or 20 years as Sandy develops her businesses and blows the world away as she has been since I've met her.
Look, always great to catch up with Sandy, have a good chat about, of course, what's happening in business, but also, all the adventures that she's had in her life, places she's been, people she's met, things she's done. It was great when she decided that she wanted to do a surprise 60th birthday for Roger, and suggested that Rosie and I fly up, and so she booked the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron. She asked us to go into the apartment, and we were waiting in there. She rang Roger to come and with some bullshit story about coming and closing a window, and he had no interest in coming and closing the window in the apartment, but eventually she talked him into it, and he got the surprise of his life. It was a great time.
Working with her is quite extraordinary. She's an amazing lady. She knows exactly what she wants, and what we've designed is absolutely fantastic to see. People reaching out and actually seeing something that was once a dream and now is a reality. And that, for a lady that's built it pretty much by herself, designed it by herself, is just absolutely fantastic.
Happy birthday, Sandy. Well done. Who would have thought we would get so fucking old?
All the best, Sandy. Have a great time.
Happy birthday, Sandy.
We wish you a very, very happy birthday.
70th birthday.
And many happy returns. See you soon.
See you soon.
Happy 70th birthday, Sandy. I hope you have a beautiful day, and we love you a lot. And this is not your last birthday. I can tell you that now.
I wish you a very, very happy birthday, and hopefully many, many more birthdays to come.
Happy birthday, Sandy. Love you.
Hi Sandy, this is Alexandra and Yannick.
Hi Sandy.
Let us introduce you to Jean and Victor. We wish you a happy birthday.
Sandy, happy birthday. I am Victor. Sandy, my name is Jean. I hope see you. Warm kisses.
See you, Sandy.
See you, Sandy.
Happy birthday, dear Sandy. I hope you have a great one and lots of adventures to come. We love you. All from the Hunts.
Sandy, happy birthday. All the very best. It's a pleasure, and thank you.
Sandy, happy 70th birthday. We missed you. See you soon.
Happy birthday, Sandy.
Cheers.
Roger always described me as the tornado that sucks you in, spins you round and spits you out the top. But he only said that on my full-on days. I guess there might have been a few of those along the way. And now I start my 8th decade, the decade that will bring me the greatest satisfaction of them all. I've built a new product, Growing Teams. That will fund my new company, Kickstart-factory. This will be the vehicle to provide funding for Roger's memory to go on forever by assisting entrepreneurs and students to achieve their potential and bring their dreams alive.